Sometimes the power recliner seems super complicated. If something's broken, people get real frustrated. It's like, I don't know what's wrong, how to fix it. So I want to try and simplify this as much as I can with this quick model here to show you exactly what goes into a power recliner. So in a power recliner, you really only have three things. You have the switch or the control. Now this can either be a remote or it can be a button. You have a power supply, and then you have motors. I'm going to show you all these so you can know which one is the issue. So there's lots of different motor supplies, or power supplies I should say. This power supply is a box on the floor. We've replaced most of these with actually a box on the wall, so it actually just plugs in the wall so you don't have this box hanging around. Usually what will happen if the power supply is broken is the cat or the dog eats this cable or this gets pinched in it. But that's the number one. This one has a green light. Doesn't always mean it's perfectly working, but it's usually a good sign. It just might not mean it's putting out enough power, so it's not totally the issue, but that's usually the first thing we look for. So green light on, power is good. The next thing we look for is a control. So in this particular chair, because we have three motors, there's three buttons. The button control is usually the next thing that goes out. Some chairs will have a remote. So one of these things will be the issue. Usually our experience is probably 80 to 90% of the time, if something's wrong with your chair, it's probably either the remote or the button control. So those are the one things you'll need to fix. And then lastly, if it's not the power supply or the button control, the last thing we check is always a motor. So in this one, it has three motors, but usually it's this base motor that's our issue. And so if it's not the power supply, you've replaced the button control, you know that's good. The next thing to look at would be the motor, and we replace those. So only those things could be the issue with the chair. Sometimes it's both issues, sometimes it's a three-part issue. So the thing about that's important to know is if we can know what motor you have and what button control you have or power supply, we can replace all those parts for you. We can keep replacing them until we get the right one. If we replace the button control, that's not it. You can return that one and we can go for a motor. But the bottom line is we can get your chair back in order. Don't throw it away. Let us fix it. We'll solve the problem for you.